Good morning, YouTube. Louie here with the best silver gold deals of Wednesday, August 20th, 2025. All right, don't fear. I know we had a big sell off yesterday, especially in silver. Kind of came out of left field for me. But this morning, there is recovery. All right, we have gold up $24 and silver, having been down, I think, as much as 20 cents a few minutes ago, has now popped up to plus 18 cents to 37.47. In the futures market, 37.40 in September, so that should widen at some point. October 37.46, November 37.40. So these numbers are very too close. Futures and spot will spread out, but I'm not sure which way yet. But I think that sell-off on silver, I think, was overdone yesterday, as we saw retail purchasers of the SLV expand their silver holdings, actually distributed a little gold and switched over to silver. And the GSR can show you that. Well, the GSR popped up to pretty darn close to 90, and here we are this morning, 88.98. So GSR does not want to go above 90, with the downside here to 86, I would say. So we're setting up here well for dip buying in the silver market, and gold is cheap as well. We're in a little bit of the summer doldrums for precious metals, so don't think for a minute that this won't accelerate again in a couple of months. All right, and I think it's a buying opportunity, although I probably said that yesterday. 10-year Treasury is right about flat at 4.3. Dollar is down 0.14% to 98.148, and it is just flatlining here, waiting for Jackson Hole, I believe. The copper market has been one of the things depressing silver, and silver really can't get its mojo on until copper comes back here. After the huge sell-off a couple of weeks ago, copper right around 450, right around flat this morning. So if we can get the interest rates dropping, the prognostication of stagflation looming, dovish Fed heads on the horizon, and the commodities starting to rally again like copper, I think that'll be what it takes to get silver over 40. Platinum market is up $25 this morning to $13.33 in the futures market. That's positive. And the base metal fund of zinc and lead and other things is down 2 cents to 1931 this morning, pretty low. Gold miners, GDX is up 64 cents to 57.24 in the futures market, and kind of hanging down there, wondering what it's going to do. I think we're going to see a rebound in gold miners. Silver miners, the SIL, the basket of silver miners. And by the way, I don't recommend that you get into individual names in gold and silver miners, unless you know a lot about it and unless there is really blood in the streets. Matter of fact, a lot of people say don't ever buy miners unless they're really at a depressed level. And what happened a couple days ago, I think it was, and a friend sent me a chart on this. The gold miners, and I think the silver miners as well, were pushing up to highs that they haven't seen for years, and got thoroughly repelled from that level. It was not time yet for the miners to totally break out, go crazy, and they pushed down. It seems like the miners pulled the metals, the bullion down with them. Nonetheless, the silver miners, the chart actually looks stronger than the gold miners to me. Up 0.75% this morning on the SIL to 52.39. In the economic calendar, it is Wednesday, and we had the one of the candidates for Fed head was speaking on CNBC this morning. Of course, he's dovish. We have Fed head Waller, also a candidate, speaking at 11 a.m. Eastern. Then we have the minutes of the FOMC meeting. Maybe we'll see more about the dissenters, 2 or 3 people dissenting from the decision to hold rates flat here. Then we have Bostic, another Fed head speaker. Okay, tomorrow we have Bostic speaks again. We have initial jobless claims at 8:30 Eastern tomorrow. That'll move the market. And will we continue to shed jobs here? I don't know if you can trust the data or not, but it's very possible that we're headed into a period of stagflation. And dovish Fed in the near future equals lower rates, lower short rates, and that could be inflationary. However, the jobs are weakening, job market is weakening. That takes us to stagflation. Although all estimates are that we're not going to hit a serious recession, that we're just going to have a slowdown. And then Jackson Hole, Chairman Powell speaks at Jackson Hole. That'll move the markets as well. So here we are with initial jobless claims coming up tomorrow. And that is a good recipe for a rally in precious metals in many times, not all times though. In the pre-market, we are at the Fear Greed Index of greed at 60, the lower end of the greed category. Dow futures down 2, S&P down 6, NASDAQ down 51. Looks like the market is probably ready for a bounce here. I don't think this sell-off has got legs at the moment, but at some point it will, but probably not today. And the Bitcoin market up $919, 113,721. Bitcoin at the bottom end of its range if you're going to buy that today. All right, before we get on to the deals, I got a question for you, and the question is, what is the first piece of silver or gold, okay, if you only stack one or the other, what is the first piece of silver or gold you bought or inherited or acquired? I don't know how else you might acquire it, but what's your first piece? Often we remember our first piece of silver or gold. What is yours? And I'll tell you mine tomorrow. Let's get on to the deals. And, let's see. Stuff was cheaper. Now it's more expensive. 1 gram gold in assay is $135 at Monument Metals. Let's get on to 1/10 gold eagle at Safe Haven Metals, and that is $17.08. Oh, I think I put that in the wrong place. Sorry about that. Let's move on to a 1/4 ounce gold eagle is $8.76 at Safe Haven Metals. A 1/4 ounce Krugerrand, everything is BU unless I say otherwise, is $8.72 over at Monument Metals, Brilliant Uncirculated. You can get a 10 peso for $8.29 at Summit Metals. That is 0.2411. As I say often, I would opt for the $5 commemorative, the same weight, $8.28 for U.S. sovereign gold. Let's move on to a 1/2 ounce gold eagle. That is $17.92 at Summit Metals. And a 1 ounce gold eagle, still a good price at JM Bullion, $33.55 this morning. Also Brilliant Uncirculated, limit of 3 on those. The Buffaloes, which I will not skip, are $34.41 at Summit Metals, although you can find circulated Buffaloes closer to $3,400 if it doesn't have to be pretty. The Big Proof Gold set is $6,371. Again, a good price on 1.85 ounces of sovereign U.S. gold. A Krugerrand is right around spot at $33.49 at bullion exchanges, but I would get the Eagle. Moving on to the 20 franc. 20 franc at bullion exchanges, $6.31 for the Lucky Angel, 0.1867 ounces of gold. Divide the first number by the second number and you'll get the melt on that. That one, I believe, is circulated. Okay, moving on to Silver Eagles. Bullion exchanges, 40.75 for a BU Silver Eagle. Not a bad price. Culls this morning are $39.50 at bullion exchanges. Green light is on. I don't think we're going to have a bigger sell-off here. A silver maple is at bullion exchanges, 39.65 for one, 39.40 in a quantity of 25. A kangaroo at Monument Metals, 39.22 BU kangaroo, not bad at all. Britannia is at Hero Bullion, 40.19, although there are circulated prices out there. It's really, you got to pick A or B. Do you go with BU or do you go with circulated, cull, etc.? I choose to display Brilliant Uncirculated here. unless something really catches my eye. Krugerrand this morning is 39.85 at Summit Metals, and a Philharmonic, unloved but still a nice coin, 39.15 at Bullion Exchanges, and if you want that circulated, that will be 39.11 at Monument Metals, best price anywhere on the internet I can find. Let's keep moving here. And you know the laser beam privy is coming out today at 12 Eastern. Log in 15 minutes early. Make sure your payment information is correct. And pick up one of those. You're only going to get one. Dealers are buying those in the aftermarket. Prices have not been that generous. So I think we'll see some more generous offers from the dealers here after it releases and sells out, and I do believe it will sell out the first day. And as you know, the Sunflower is coming out, and there's 12,000 of those. With gold, where is gold now? Gold 33.41. Pretty big rally this morning. So I think we're back to a price of about 4,215 from the pricing grid, as I recall. Anyway, and that's been selling for 5,000 plus in the aftermarket. The silver metal will probably take a couple days or maybe longer even to sell out, but that I would pick up two of those if you are a collector or a flipper. At Costco this morning, maybe we can catch this before they raise their prices. We got the gold bar at $33.99. That'll put you at $32.80 or so out the door. You can pick up a Dragon bar, a Diwali bar. Get out of here, you. You can pick up a Rand bar. Oh no, that's the big one. There's the Rand Elephant bar. I like the Rand Elephant bar, but the Dragon bar would be very cool. You probably would never sell that if you bought it. And then you're going to use your Executive Club membership and a 2% rebate credit card. Wells Fargo is a good card for that. Also, Costco has their own 2% rebate credit card. Ring the cash register, and gold is at a low here, so in my opinion. So don't hesitate to shop on Costco this morning. The silver is a little pricey at $4.09. And moving on, hopefully platinum comes back too. Okay, we've got junk, same deal I've showed you before. Monument 27.3 times face for dimes and quarters, and then 26.5 times face for a big old $100 bag at Bullion Exchanges. Not a bad price on junk. We're finding it cheaper on eBay though. If you want to get 20 buffaloes at bullion.com, you'll pay more here, but they're $38.90. Cheaper on eBay. We'll go to the 10-ounce cast bar, and I like these. I don't know what you'll get, but they are $3.91 at Pinehurst Metals. The 10-ounce Scottsdale bar is $3.97. I like those 10-ounce Scottsdale stackers, and Scottsdale will buy their silver back at $1 back a spot, in case you didn't know that. A kilo this morning is $12.36 at Monument Metals, random kilo. Here is the laser privy, and of course, like I said, you want to pick one of those up at $105 plus shipping, and that'll be it's a goofy little coin, but kind of a first, so I think I would pick that up, and I'd probably hold it for a while or sell it if you want. All right, we're over on eBay. We're going to try to beat these prices with a couple of credit cards I recommend. The first one is the PayPal credit card, 3% cash back. The second one is the American Express Everyday Cash Back Card, 3% cash back. Links on my website, bestsilvergolddeals.com. And with those cards, you're going to get cash back for every purchase, and then that is going to save us some money. Okay, so that's what we're doing here on eBay. We'll start with Silver Eagles. Usually the culls pop up. If you click the links here on the website, you'll get the very same sorts that I am getting, and as prices move throughout the day, you may get better or worse deals. And we've got a tube of culls from bullion.com. Those may be a little nicer. They're a good outfit, bullion.com. And those would be about 40, 30, about close to 39 out the door, beating the dealer price, and they may be a little better than your average, just because that's a little better outfit than some of the other ones I show you. Here is Royalty Precious Metals, and those look like they are going to be nicely tarnished, aren't they? A little bit more at Royalty Metals on eBay. And more culls. To get up to the BUs, we have to pay Yeah, there we go. 41.50, about 40.30 out the door. That will, I think that beats the dealer if you're just looking for a tube of 20 Silver Eagles. If you don't know what to do and you're not sure if metal prices are going to keep falling, my recommendation is to make a small purchase. That way, if it pops back up, you'll say you got some cheap silver. If it keeps falling, you won't get hurt so bad. Let's move on to a big lot of Eagles, and the culls over at Liberty are 40.40, about 39.20 out the door. That does not, it's pretty close to the dealer price. Here's a lot of BU for 41.16, and that'd be probably under 40 out the door. That'd be a good price on 100 BU Silver Eagles if you're going to roll with Eagles this morning. Don't forget to have some of those in the base of your pyramid. Silver Maples this morning are 1,000 even. Oh, not bad for Maples. Tube of 25 from Royalty Precious Metals. I don't really know them, but $1,000 is a very good price. That's probably going to be the cheapest, and you'll be out the door at $38.80 with a good credit card. Now, there's something you can buy right now, those Maples right there. I'm going to skip the other four in the rotation. You can check them all on the website. Let's do junk, and small junk from smaller mid-sized sellers has been the better deal. 27.5, about 26.7 out the door. That beats the small. Oh, those are damaged or worn. I'm sorry. 275 for $10 Franklins. There was something wrong with this. Yeah, 3 feedback seller, no can do. 277. Here we got a deal from Pinehurst for Washington Quarters, and that'd be about a little under 27 out the door. Small lot of junk, not that great. Let's do a big lot of junk. And big lot of junk, we don't want the damaged, worn, or slicks. About 27.5, about 26.6 or so out the door for a $100 bag of junk. And if you want to move your way up the food chain to something pretty, here we got Franklin's, 27.6, about 26.8 on the Franklins. You'd be paying up a little bit for the Franklins or the Walkers. There's some Mercs. Oh, no, that's not Mercs. Where are we going to get the Mercs? There's some Mercs, 28.2, about 27.3, 27.4 out the door for Mercs. And that is a numismatic play and a junk play. So you're paying up for that, but you got some upside potential if junk prices and premiums ever come back. I think they will. I think they will. I'll skip the Carson Cities and the Morgans. The cheapest kilo this morning is going to be $12.47 minus about $40, about $12.07 for a kilo this morning. Good seller, and yeah, that's cheaper than the dealer if you're just buying big silver right around spot. Here is your vintage bar of the day, a large logo Johnson Matthey bar, $5.45. Buy it now from a mid-sized seller. That's nice. I'd like to have that in the vintage bar stack. So, but a little pricey at $5.45, but a nice bar. Here's a big bar I have not seen before. This is a 50-ounce bar from who are these guys? Universal Bullion Refinery. Very cool logo with the Trojan horse. Looks like it's an older bar with the odd weight on it. And that looks to be a cast bar to me. It has been assayed. This is foreign UBR. Oh man, I don't know where that's from, but if you do, you may want to look at that. 1,700, 5 bids so far. It's a smaller seller with not that good a feedback, but I was just interested in this bar that I have not seen before. Could be something interesting. Let's move on to 1 ounce rounds in a very large lot, 38.50, and that'd be about 37.40 out the door. So 37.40. Wow, that sounds so cheap. Those are secondary market. And here's a lot of 100 buffaloes for about the same price. No, random design. They're showing you buffaloes. Here's some APMEX, 38.90. It pops $40 there. See, I think you want to stay with the secondary and get some silver below spot. Well, let's see, 37.40, and ask on silver is 37.50. Only 10 cents under spot. Yeah, those prices aren't going to go much lower here. From what I can see, I think we hit a short-term bottom. Big old 100-ounce bar as cheap as $38.50. He'll take a best offer. He is a 245 feedback seller, so a smaller seller, 100% feedback. And this is an RCM bar. What's the deal with you? So you make him an offer, 3,800. You'll be out the door well under spot for an RCM bar. Those are desirable bars. Very nice, very nice. If you want big silver this morning, kind of near the lows here. Moving on, what's the cheapest Army Privy Eagle? Cheapest Army Privy Eagle is going for 209 this morning. It's not a lot of movement there in the aftermarket. People still selling a lot of the 100,000 they bought. Cheapest platinum coin. I forgot to check this, but what do we got going on here? 1432. We don't want the half ounce. 1432, 1435. On that, you would take, I don't know, you'd be under 1400 out the door, bar or coin. And Platinum Eagle, are those cheap now? No, still very expensive. They don't make these. 2023 is the last year of the BU Platinum Eagle. If you're going to buy something, that'd be the one I'd be looking for, but they are pricey. The other ones are not as collectible. The proofs, the fractionals, not quite as collectible as that 1 ounce BU. 1 gram gold is going to be as cheap as 121 minus about $4. Good price on 1 gram gold. 1/10 random gold as cheap as $3.60 from Liberty Coin. That's going to be a gold bar. And there are, now if you get these, what are these? The Pamp bars? I always blank on that logo there. Anyway, they're going to be broken off a multi-pack, so you might have some jagged edges on that, and the other ones look heavily circulated. So $3.60 minus $10, about $3.50 for a 1/10 gold bar. If you want a coin, those are $3.63. Yeah, that's a coin, not a metal, is the next one up. Again, the links on my website will tell you whatever you're shopping for. You just kind of page down till you find the price you're looking for. And here we have got a 1/10 Eagle. Looks to be circulated for $3.70, a BU for $3.73. Take your 3% off, and that's your price on a 1/10 Eagle. Compare that to the dealer, see what's cheaper. All right, half ounce random gold. Half ounce random gold is going to be as cheap as $1,300. Details, no, not a half guinea, not a 2.5 gold Liberty head. We got to get past the gold dust. And here we go. All right. And you're going to be, oh, geez, Bolivian gold. Boy, this is a slog this morning. There's the ugly head coins. Those are going for $17.63 for a half ounce commemorative gold coin. And that one, $50 off, puts you about $17.13. Here's a Krugerrand for $17.65, about $17.15 out the door. Okay, let's move on to a half ounce maple. And half ounce maple is $18.26. On that one, about $50 off, $17.76. On a half ounce maple, let's move on to a 1 ounce gold eagle. A 1 ounce gold eagle, scruffy one, $34.59. BU, $34.66. $100 off of that, $33.56. That's about a push with the dealer. Let's move on to 1.85 big proof gold set, 66. Now the dealer is a little cheaper on that one. A gold buffalo, and here we got a, is this circulated? Let's check the messages here, and it is random, uncertified, fineness, ungraded. Whoa, let's see. Oh, holy moly, boy, I do hate BGASC. Not going to tell you. They're not going to. I did this yesterday with these yahoos. Anyway, it's probably circulated, but you can message them and say, "What's the condition of your fucking gold buffalo?" And they're going to say it's circulated. But they've got pictures of nice-looking BU coins here, and they are $34.94, and you'll be out the door under 3,400 on a gold buffalo once you determine the quality of that. But if it's around 3,400, so there are some low 3,400 deals out there for circulated buffaloes, if that's what you're buying this morning. Excuse my language. Let's go to the Tudor Beast. We got 902 for a quarter ounce Tudor Beast on that one. You'd be about 30 bucks off, about 870. And those are nice coins. $5 commemorative as cheap as $8.57. Could be worse. On that one, 3% off might get you in a buy zone on a $5 U.S. Sovereign commemorative. 20 franc this morning is going to be $6.58, and that is another rooster. Okay, and moving on to what's the Big Daddy? All right, Big Daddy, 1.21 ounce of gold, 41.76. Do the math on that; you'll like the price. From bullion.com. The gold flowing hair, cheapest price is going for $53.99 for a 69. Look at that. $57.50 for an unopened box. He'll sell it. Here's another. Oh, here's a 70 for $57.50. Yeah, that is just a long-term hold on those guys. I don't think they're done going up. Let's see until we got to get through the centennial releases here coming up next year, and then people will realize that was number one. Yeah, that's the holy grail right there. Let's see. Here's some stuff in my eBay store. Let me know if you see something you like, and all kinds of weird stuff that you may or may not want. Here are the bars I pour. And moving on, Precious Metals Verifier, nice to have one of those. Vacuum sealer, absolutely essential to keep the tarnish off your beautiful silver. And there is the Devil Forge to melt some of those big bars into 999 shot. Make anything you want. There's the Amex card, highly recommend this one. They're going to pay you when you pick it up and use it a little bit. Then you're going to get 3% cash back on Amazon, at the grocery store, or for precious metals. I recommend you save that one for big gold purchases. PayPal is unlimited, and that's also 3% cash back. Both of those, check out through PayPal. Quicksilver is 1.5% cash back, and the Saver card from Capital One will save your points on the other card, on the American Express card, when you shop for groceries. Great card right there, the Saver card. I've already made like 30 bucks on this card shopping at the grocery store. I don't know if they pay you or not. Oh yeah, you get a $200 bonus on that one as well. That's a nice card, guys. Capital One, good outfit. All right, and previous picks of the day. I don't feel like going through them, but something will pop up. You saw the one I showed you yesterday, which was the, at the end of the video, was the Queen's Beast, 2-ounce silver coin. And I forget right now where that was, but it was about 40 bucks an ounce on a collectible little coin. There's your nickels. They have copper and nickel in them, and not as valuable today as they were a month ago, but still you can pick these up at the bank and hoard them for the next 10 years. Thank you for the cups of coffee. If you enjoy what I'm doing here, I greatly appreciate that. You can give me a thumbs up. You can share this video with friends that are paying too much for gold and silver, or you can join the membership channel for $4.99 a month. I appreciate each and every one of the people in the membership channel. Always let me know if there's anything I can do for you. And over in the chat room, people are talking about the laser privy and deals they're getting on pure precious metals. You can check that out. I was also asked they're just talking about the laser privy, people wringing their hands and, should I buy it, shouldn't I buy it? Just buy it, guys. It ain't that big a deal. It's only $100. Dealers will buy it from you or in the aftermarket. There's also been some misnomers about some people follow the resale prices of hot coins on eBay. And you really have to know your selling fees, okay? As I've said several times, if you're going to sell a $5,000, $6,000 piece of gold, set up a store membership for 30 bucks, okay? Your fees will drop dramatically. So not everything is as simple as people want to make it. Of course, you can also sell on Pure if you want to do that, or you can sell to a dealer if you move your silver and gold around. But you can't just take videos at face value. You've got to do a little research. So that's all I'll tell you. The fees on big gold, for example, on expensive big sales are less. The fees ratchet down as the price of the product you sell is more. That's something you should know if you're planning to do that, especially with high-priced items. And you do, and it is a nail biter when you sell something high-priced on eBay and you hope it gets there, and so forth. It's a nail biter, so it's only for the strong of heart. I don't know why I went into that, but I just wanted to clarify what's going on with Thor. I think this is ugly. As much as I love the Germanium Mint, I just think this Thor bar is just dumb looking. I think they got to step up there, and I just think they got to step it up a little bit on these designs, on the gods, and let's not do any more gods. I think the gods are overdone. Let's keep moving here, and I don't know what to say. I guess I want to keep talking, but I won't. Thank you very much for watching. We'll check the spot price one more time. Might be a nice bounce back day for gold and silver, and I would not hesitate to buy, but that's just me. And of course, I'll be over at the U.S. Mint at 12 Eastern, picking up a couple of those laser privy goofy release. It's not something I want to hold forever, but I'll do a quick move on that. And 30 cents on silver now, and we were getting down there in nail bite territory in the low 37s. That was kind of scary because we really need to hold that 37 handle, in my opinion, and I think we will. And you may have a few days to buy here, and you may want to get through Jackson Hole, etc., and the jobs release tomorrow. But people expecting a weakening economy, even weaker jobs market, and inflation to be sticky. That is a recipe for higher precious metals prices. And right now it may feel like, that's not true, but that's really when you want to be buying. If you're not buying on the way down, when are you buying? Okay, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.